We got you.
Somebody that is coming that I really want you to meet.
Who?
Or you can just come on up if you haven't. I want to thank, my name is Tracy Lamari. I want to thank everybody for coming here today. I see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of people that we don't know. And this is really an organic, non-partisan, non-political gathering of people who just want to join Canadians who are doing so all across the country tonight in remembering Jack Layton, who is a friend of some of ours, who is a mentor to some of us, and just a great, a great Canadian who loved Canada and Canadians for 20 years. So I want to, some of you people know me from TV, some of you know me from being Alexandra on Facebook, or being Alexandra Navarro's campaign manager. She's running for MPP. But we're not going to be talking about that here tonight. It's not what it's about. I'm also a longtime social justice activist, and that's how I know Jack Layton. And I probably met him 8 or 9 times in Toronto when he was a city councillor, and more recently when I was working with some of my social justice work. And Jack was kind enough to be the only federal party leader that invited us into his office to have personal meetings on an important federal issue when a Canadian's life was at risk overseas. And I remember after he called the meeting, I said to Jack, it's really nice that we had this meeting and all, but who can I come to in the NDP? Who will be our point person if I need an immediate response? And he was the federal party leader at the time. And he said, you can come to me, you can call me. And so that was really what Jack was all about. He was accessible to everybody. Andrea Horvath was quoted in the paper, I think it was yesterday, as saying if Jack had 10 minutes, he'd give you 10 minutes when he only had 7. And there's a lot we could say, but you've been reading a lot of it in the newspapers, and this is really just a gathering to get together. And I'm going to introduce you real briefly to Alexandra Navarro. Again, we're not going to get into politics or anything, but she is running for MPP for the NDP coming up, and what that means is she'll be representing us at the funeral tomorrow in Toronto, and we hope to be able to meet up with Jack's family or representatives, and she's going to tell us about what we've been doing the last month and how we're going to be bringing the wishes of Chatham-Kent to the family. So, Alexandra Navarro.
Okay, so I'm really glad to see so many people here. This really means a lot to me. And so, like Tracy said, for the last month we have been collecting get well signatures and positive messages and videos from all of you. There's a couple of them there. And we were planning actually to deliver them to him today. And unfortunately it was too late. So we will be taking them to the funeral tomorrow. And we had a lot of people in our community that were asking if we would have buses to take people down to the funeral tomorrow. And unfortunately we don't have the resources to do that, but we thought it would be nice to have this vigil here tonight as a way for you guys to say goodbye. So thank you for being here.
Okay, so we're just going to have, again, it's an informal gathering. I don't know if anybody did bring guitars or wanted to talk to each other or anything. What we thought we would do is, after the signing, is really just have a moment or two of silence and maybe a short procession for everybody who wants to join us. Just walking around this interlocking brick area, the small little circle area here in the little park beside the flowers. So maybe we can do that during, that could be, I don't know if that could be our moment of silence, or so maybe we'll have a silent procession. Alex, if you can light this, it's in memory of our friend Jack, and really a friend to all Canadians, whether you had a chance to meet him or not. So everybody could light their candles if they haven't already, and I guess we'll follow Alex into the park.
There we go. Gonna set off.
That, yeah, that was really beautiful. And we're filming that. We'll probably put that on TV Coachigo as well, and also on our YouTube and on the Chatham-Kent-Essex.com if anyone wants to see this. I'm really touched. Honestly, we're not quite sure what to say because I'm literally got tears in my eyes, and it's nice to see my community. Sorry, remembering Jack with the rest of Canada, and it was beautiful to see all the candles and all the people walking around. So I want to thank all of you, from myself, from Alexandra, from Jack, who I kind of know, and his family, and from the Chatham-Kent-Essex NDP, and all of us really, thank you for being here, everybody. Thanks. And I hope you'll stay and talk to each other and have some conversation and, kind of just be together and share a few moments before we break up and disperse. And if you haven't signed the condolence cards for Jack's family from the NDP here and also from the city of Chatham-Kent, please do. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else had anything they wanted to say, or if anybody that I don't know has any memories or thoughts they wanted to share about Jack or what he might have meant to them or anything. If anybody feels that they want to say something, they're welcome to. I know I've been getting a lot of messages in my inbox. I know a lot of people here were really eager to have somewhere in here in Chatham they could kind of pay their last respects and share their feelings and everything. And they had said, how lucky those of us who got to meet him were and all that stuff. So, but we can only hope that, without making anybody a saint or anything, we're all human and we all can do the same thing that Jack did, and that's what I'd like to encourage everybody to do, like I always do for those who know me, is every one of us, like Jack said in his, we meant to read the last letter and we didn't do that, but every one of us here can do the same thing, can get out there for something that matters to you, whatever the cause might be, and really make a difference, because all the faces that you see around here, we're touched not by the name Jack Layton, but because he actually did something, and all of us should be doing the same thing. So hopefully we can take that forward anyway, no matter what our political stripe or whatever, we can all work together right here in our community to look at each other and make things better. So that's my hope.